Hey guys, welcome back to Teal Homestead. We are in my office today because it is raining outside, it's windy and muddy, and I don't want to film out there. So I got my salt lamp, I got my Monstera that desperately needs watered, and I also have my incubator running in here. And last time I ran my incubator, I ran it in our dining room, but it was a little drafty in there, so I decided that this time around we're going to have it in my office. It's typically much warmer in here anyway, and it's not drafty at all, so I'm hoping that we have a better hatch rate this time. So yes, if you hadn't guessed already, we are going to be starting some eggs in the incubator. Last time I got hatching eggs, I got them from Whiskey Tango Farms from Kristen and Brandon. This time I got them from Myshire Farm, and we're going to see how they do. In one of my last videos regarding the quail, I was talking about how I have no idea about how quail colors, I had no idea about what quail is what, and I've learned a lot since then. So I think for me, I am going to focus on just one color of quail. I'm going to focus on the German Pastel collection. I just really like their coloring, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on German Pastels. I already have one or two German Pastels out in my garage, at least I think they're German Pastels. And we're not really going to focus on egg color, we're just going to focus on that variety of quail because I just think they're so much fun, especially when they have the white chest. They look kind of like they're diluted, I don't know, they're just a light brown. I'll show you a picture of one. This is the color that I think I want to focus on. I'm going to try to focus on making these German Pastels as big as possible. I think for me, at least, I'm not really planning on expanding the quail as much as I love to expand my rabbits. So since we have basically a grow out cage and two breeder cages in the garage, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna focus on cycling through those 3 cages. I don't really want to have to add any more cages, so we're just gonna focus on that one variety of quail. And as we get better and better weights on our quail, I think then I'm going to maybe focus on trying to introduce the celadon gene, maybe, because egg color doesn't really matter a whole lot to me, but yeah, we're gonna see where it takes us, and we'll see what happens. So here is a German pastel egg that Myshire Farm shipped to me, and I'm really excited about it. I ordered 25 of them, but they sent me more. This is a really big egg though. I'm really happy with how big this egg is, so we're gonna put them in the incubator. After we do the quail, stick around because I am going to talk about treating nest box eye, because I currently have 2 creme d'argent babies in the house with me right now that have nest box eye, and we've been treating it for the last 3 days. So if you've ever wondered how I treat it, I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, we got to put these eggs in the incubator. So this is my current situation over here. We have all of the eggs, the German pastel eggs from Myshire Farm, and then we have the incubator all set up. It's been running since last night, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was all warmed up and the humidity was okay, because I am definitely going to be more thoughtful about humidity this time around. I'm actually going to be doing something called dry hatching. So I'm not actually going to add any water in the incubator unless it reaches 15% or below. Last time I think I added way too much water in the incubator early on, and I had kind of a low hatch rate. So I think I'm going to try the dry hatching method and see what happens. So if you guys are wondering, I'll have a link in the description down below, but this is the Nurture Right incubator. It has an automatic egg turner in it because I do not have time to turn eggs by hand. I don't know many people that have time to turn eggs 3 times a day, especially when there's that many. I don't have time to do that. So I have the automatic egg turner. Quail eggs take about 17 days to hatch. Myshire sent this cute little magnet with the eggs too, so they were laid on the 13th of December. I put today's date for the set date, and then lockdown is going to be the 30th. And what lockdown is basically when you stop the egg turner and you raise the humidity in the incubator, and that's when you can expect chicks to start to hatch. And these chicks will probably hatch around January 2nd, so New Year chickies, that's very exciting. Also, you guys, if you did not notice before, we do have these new sweatshirts in the shop. The link will be in the description down below. I'm actually super obsessed with these sweatshirts, but this is my new design. It's basically for my rabbitry. We've always got to have the little floral within the logo somewhere. It's just part of my brand. But Tealstone Homestead, Silver Fox, and Creme d'Argent. If you ever see me at a show, I'll probably be wearing this sweatshirt. I've been wearing this sweatshirt for the last like 36 hours without taking it off. I have no shame. But it's a fleece sweatshirt and it's actually like really comfortable. So if you are interested in having one of them, like I said, the link is in the description down below. And every sale helps me to keep creating and I greatly appreciate it. So let's get these eggs set in the incubator. Oh, one thing I think I forgot to mention before is that the reason that I didn't set these in yesterday when I actually received the box is that Myshire actually says to rest them pointy side down for 12 to 24 hours after they arrive, just to let them settle. So that's why they're sitting up there, and also I just wanted to do this with you guys when I actually had daylight to work with. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can just because I know all the settings are correct inside. I'm actually gonna unplug this. Unplug the egg turner so it doesn't actually turn while I'm putting the eggs in here, and I know that some of these eggs are gonna have to be doubled up in the incubator. So I'm gonna try to double up the smallest eggs together so the big ones don't have a hard time turning, if that makes any sense. So that is basically all we have to do for the eggs. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it turns, because it's probably not gonna turn for a while, but I can push these two buttons. It's really cool. Isn't that cool? I like this incubator a lot. So it's called the Nurture Right 360. The link will be in the description. But it turns the eggs, I believe, every hour or so. I really like the automatic turner. That's really, really nice. So now the incubator is still warming back up ever since I took the lid off, but it will heat back up to 99.5. The humidity is currently at 33%. And if I press this button here, it actually tells me how many days are left. So it says 17. These eggs just went in there. So by day 14, we'll take the egg turner out, and then by day 17, we should have chicks hatching out. So it's very exciting stuff. I'm excited to start raising an actual variety of quail and hopefully learn more about what I'm talking about. It's you, little baby. So here is a case of nest box eye. Now, this was actually much, much worse a day or two ago. You can see the swelling on the eye. The other one doesn't quite look like that. It looks a lot better, but this one is just really swollen, and 2 days ago it was swollen shut. So what nest box eye is, it's just basically like a bacterial infection within the eye. I find that it happens more often with kits in the winter time because my theory is that they burrow down deeper into the nest box because they're trying to keep warm. They stay in the nest box longer. So my theory is that they just have more bacteria from the soiling of the nest box. My nest boxes have wire bottom floors in them. It's a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch wire, but it just allows like pee and like stuff like that to drain out. But in the winter I put cardboard in the boxes, so more of that soiling pee, poop, whatever, stays within the nest box. So I think that's why they're more prone to get nest box eye in the winter. I breed all winter long, so it's just something that we have to deal with every once in a while. I currently have 4 litters outside, and these two, there's 2 of them in here right now. They're from the same litter. These 2 are the first ones that I've had so far this year that have had nest box eye. A lot of the times I like to see if the bunnies can like kind of overcome it themselves, but when I start to see that the eye's getting swollen and puffy and can't open, that's when I will intervene, because usually they get over it themselves, but if it starts to become a problem where they can't even open their eye, or if you see goop, then I would definitely step in. First things first, if your rabbit has a swollen eye and can't open it and there's crust and whatnot, I would take warm water and a cotton ball, dip your cotton ball in it, and gently massage the eye until it starts to open. Never ever pry the eye open, because that is very, very bad for the eye. It can actually cause permanent damage to the eye. So don't pry the eye open. Very gently, just use a cotton ball, and just kind of wipe away the goop and the crust and everything. It sometimes takes a little time to do as well, so you just want to do it as gently as possible. Eyes are very, very sensitive, so just take your time in doing it. And once you have the eye open, you want to take something like this. This is terramycin ophthalmic ointment. You can't just use any antibiotic ointment. You have to actually use one that is safe for rabbits for one, and one that's actually labeled for use within the eye. So this is good for that. This is a little bit pricey. You can buy it at Tractor Supply. I'm not sure if you can buy it on Amazon, but if you can, I will link that below. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the terramycin ophthalmic ointment. It's good. It's a little tiny bottle, and it's got a really tiny tip to it too. So it's easy to kind of like pull that eyelid down and put it within the eyelid and then kind of massage it just a little bit, just so that ointment kind of rolls around on the eye a little bit and just kind of helps for healing. So that is what I suggest, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these two babies with you guys. All you really need to treat nest box eye is cotton balls. I have a bag of them here. You want some warm water. I got this a little bit too hot, so we're gonna have to wait for that to cool down just a little bit. And then you want your terramycin ointment. Here's a bit of a closer up look at a little baby's eye, and this is actually, like I said, a very vast improvement from what it was looking like 2 days ago, because 2 days ago she couldn't even open it. So we got a little bit of goop up there. We just really want to clean it. So really just wet your cotton ball down and just gently wipe the eye. Like I said, make sure your water's not too hot and not cold. I feel like she's getting used to me now because we've done this several times now, so. Yeah, you're gonna be a very tame little baby, huh? The other eye on her looks fine, so I'm not gonna mess with it. All right, she's being a really good sport for what I'm doing to her. So I flip them over usually. So once the eye is cleaned, we just part it a little bit, pull down just a little bit on the eyelid, and very gently pack with this ointment. It's easier when you have 2 people for sure, so I usually have Jameson helping me do it, and just kind of massage it in. There we go, baby. Yeah, there we go. I know. And that is pretty much it. So we'll do the other one now. I don't think this one's very bad anymore either, but we're just trying to be proactive at this point. This one's still got just a little bit of crust. Flip the baby. I know. Here we go. Good job. And this one doesn't really need that much cleaning because its eyes are all the way open already. Of course, both of the bunnies that are having the issues are does, because that's how it always goes, guys. If there's any rabbit that is going to get sick or die, it's gonna be a doe. You can almost always guarantee it. We like to keep does more than bucks because they are more useful. No offense to the boys. We love our boys too. We love it when we get a big old litter of does. That's fun. Somebody's gonna take that the wrong way, but that's okay. Alrighty. So we got the eye cleared out. See this already, it comes out like this, just as it's sitting on the counter, so go ahead and put some of that in there. Oh, I know. Sometimes it works when they blink when you put it in, because then they just kind of trap it behind the eyelids. They look really sad, but I promise you guys that we're gonna have good news and eyes are gonna be all clear by next week. Yeah, I know. I am sorry. Aria has been helping us this entire time. They just hate it. They'll be cleaning their faces for the rest of the day now. I'm sorry, guys. You have to have it done. Well guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not currently subscribed. I would also love to hear from you, so drop a comment down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.